What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Yes, today I'm going to show you what I get up to on a rest day. Today we've got a low impact work day, so just messages. We've already got one guy checking in, only one person checking in. Imagine that. Just a guy who I need to stay on top of because he is in the depths of prep and his physique is changing very fast. I am literally cooking up some breakfast. We're going to have some bagels, we're going to have some eggs, lovely jubbly, easy peasy, get it in. And also, you may see the title of the video, we're going to talk about where my anabolic stack is right now at the back end of a push-up, where I'm going to be at peak blast. At the very back end of it, and at the back end is usually where I'm going to be on my max exposure, so we'll talk a little bit of that later on this video, because I need to eat this, I need to get massive, and you also need to get yourself a coffee because you need to get massive as well. My client's checked in, so Tom's checked in. I'll show you what Tom looks like in a minute. This is what Tom looks like at 9 weeks out. Pretty much very fat-free. He's getting there, getting very close. Glutes are boxing off as well, as you can see that. Lower back's coming in. It's the first time, he's never competed before. You know, look at that, absolute stallion. He's very flat here, so he's actually got 2 high days to do on the trot with 0 cardio to do. So I'll tell you what, he will look incredible on Sunday when I've got him checking in again. And it's currently Thursday, so stay on top of clients, especially when someone like Tom's here. And it's super important to stay on top of you guys like this. And as a coach, for me to bring his best package, I've got to stay on top of him. Back home, getting a trim, bosh. Literally ran across the road, got my hair trimmed. Now getting a quick meal right here. Oh, yeah. And then I've got to shoot off to the physio and get some physio done on my quad. And I'm going to get a bit done on my elbow where I've been feeling a bit f***ed up. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, lovely. This is cream of rice, whey and some nut butter. Chocolate and salted caramel, should I say, with chocolate orange whey. Bit of this as well. Off we go! Let's go, shit! The car! Look at it! Look at me! I'm saturata. I'm absolutely piss soaked through. Right. It's just almost gone 10-2. 20 minutes to get down there. Ah, can you tell that I don't like the weather? Number 1, hydration. Stay hydrated through the day. How are you going to do that? Take a drink with you wherever you go. Oh, genius. Right, I won't have you waiting around too long for this because a lot of you will be here for this moment, what I'm going to talk about. So, my anabolic stack. So, I'm on my max exposure of gear at the minute. So, this means that I'm at sort of the upper end of my blast, and this is what we'll sit on for a short period of time. The way I like to do things is taper the dosage up on the response of the body, as Sasan does, so minds are alike here. And literally from here, we spend a short space of time on our max exposure of gear. Pardon me. Then we'll taper down into recruits. What are the changes from the last video? So I did just talk about the last video where I talked about the compounds. Now, compounds that I'm on, still the same. Test, MASSIF, MPP. All work well with me, can handle them pretty well, depending on the dosage, but I'm pretty good with these 3. Stable with me. Probably won't change, probably won't hear me doing much else than that throughout my bodybuilding career. Auxiliaries we got in, food's pretty high, so we've got fast-acting insulin. No long-acting insulin. My fasted blood glucose still seems to be sitting just below 5, which seems to be really incredible. We're really happy about. Maybe considering that to keeping cardio working and potentially genetics here. So we've got pre and post workout. We're using the insulin that is helping alleviate a little bit of stress off the pancreas, where we've got such a high carbohydrate demand for sure. Getting a bit of the nitrous pump as well from that in the gym. pretty intense. And my growth hormone as well, another auxiliary. So what are the changes happened from the last time I spoke? Well, growth hormone been pushed to 6 IU, so my max exposure we pushed up to 6 IU. Important that I check my blood sugars here because that could be getting skewed. Yep, haven't seen anything. Definitely feel the water retention, and definitely feel I can't fit my, you notice I don't wear my wedding ring at the minute. I wear it on my neck because I started having, oh, fucking hell. I started having trouble putting this on my finger. I can get it on here, but it's here it gets. You see my problem? You see that? Right, I can force it on, getting it off, different story. Other changes is where we had my mast and where my test was kind of swapped around. So now we're actually pushing some higher test, which is interesting. Definitely noticed the water retention. Have had to use an aromatase inhibitor to help with the aromatization here. Granted, you know what? I'm not the biggest fan of that, but we'll see how my lipids look, see how I get on, and it's only for a short period of time, rather than starting at week 1 to week 20, literally on aromatase inhibitor for the whole period of time. So, you know what? Fair play. So the only change there has been that. Now, my total milligrams, which I will tell you, I'm not going to give you dosages in terms of what I'm doing with certain bits, because I don't want anyone to replicate this. Remember, I've tapered my way up here, and I've actually been on a higher amount of gear. I think the highest my gear got to, you know, some years back was about 2 grams in the off season, which is a lot, right? For the size I was, I didn't need to be taking that. It was a different time, and you know what? Majority of people were taking sort of that. But for a short period of time, we're going to be running about 1,700 milligrams total, which, you know what? I'm 276 pounds at the minute. Do you know what? That's really not that bad. I did weigh in at 278 today, to be fair, but this is post a high day, so that will drop off, and I think I'll solidify the 276. Anyway, I hope it gives you some idea of where I'm at. Please don't replicate this, and please remember, get the most out the least. If you're just starting your gear, do 300 tests, 250, 300, track it with blood work. I do this for some clients. Fucking milk it. That sounds a bit weird, but rinse out the towel with that. Then get your bloods done, see where you are, see things are good. Then taper a little bit. Then go off sort of how your response. Do we need to use a little bit more, or do we need to use a bit of a DHT derivative to help modulate the estrogen? Maybe throw mast or primobolan in there, or maybe you could just go up to 400 tests and then work your way up. And then by the time you're taking, you know, your totals 1.2, 1,000 milligrams or something like that, you're fucking jacked, you're big, you know, you haven't need to do silly things here. And then you may be venturing into auxiliaries because you're, you know, due to your sheer amount of body weight, you know, your carbohydrate demand's high. And then you're using things like insulin, and you're using things like growth hormone. Instead of pushing more anabolic load, let's push a little bit of more growth hormone, or use some growth hormone for that instance. Obviously, that comes at a price. So just make sure, if you're getting into bodybuilding, get another job so that you can financially support yourself doing this while you're doing it. Sweet. Join me for the rest of my day. Back from the physio done. I feel tremendous. Just going to take it easy on my quads tomorrow. I'm going to drop it down to 1 working set. I said to him, I'll do 1 working set just on the leg extension. He said, just take it easy on them. I'm going to go back and see him next week anyway for more treatment on my forearm, just where that's tight, but that hasn't really been bugging me, affecting my training at all. My tight quads for sure. But I still did the biggest, heaviest hack squat I've done, but he just said, be careful, just don't be an idiot. I'll do my hamstring work, I'll do 1 set of quads, I'll just do that little session. Nice easy session tomorrow, not bad. Whilst I've been back, I've had a meal, so that's all good in my belly. I've prepped up a couple of beefs as well. I've got some leeks for my next meal as well. Look at that, very nice. I'm actually getting some vegetables in. And now, I don't have to leave, just chill all day. There's something I love doing, and that's just you chilling. So what I'm going to do is take my headphones, sit on the laptop, and actually edit a video I filmed yesterday. So, bosh. See, there's always stuff that can be done. And I tell myself that all the time. End of the day, and I'm going to finish the day off with a shake meal. Rest day completed. Trim. Physio. Love it. Gonna need to get good sleep. It's just gone about 11 o'clock. And I am actually going to stay up until my wife gets back, because she trained late today, so she works late. And that's it. If you guys want your goals and you want to get to where you want to be, sometimes if you work late, you're going to have to finish your day late, getting your gym session later. Just means to go to bed a bit later. And that's it. Simple as that. There's a way. There is always a way. And it will always come down to how much you want it. It's what's really going to get you there. So remember that. If If you've got an excuse, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that. Do you know what? Someone out there is probably doing it. So when you're going to, if you want to compete and you are going to get on stage and you've been making excuses saying, I can't train this stage because I can't do, you know, because you're working a long day or something. You know what? Someone's probably out there doing it and they're going to beat you. So just remember that. We've got 2 scoops away, so it's a rest day, so I've got no carbs for this meal. It's pretty nice. It's quite nice after like we do high days, we get loads of carbs. It's just like of this day, which is a little bit of a rest on the old body. That was a bit of a heat scoop, wasn't it? Oh, right, I'm gonna wrap the video up now because otherwise I'm just gonna ramble and that'll be it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the breakdown of the anabolics. Bit more what I get to on a rest day. And other than that, get fucking massive. See you on the next one.